What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Cardinalred, and we back for some more of that Ali Land Daily Boxing Talk, people. And today we talking Alvarez versus Smith breakdown, plus what Canelo learned from Pacquiao. Alright, y'all, so we just seen Canelo Alvarez versus Callum Smith. He is the little brother, I believe, of Liam Smith, you know what I'm saying? And first of all, let's take our hat off to Callum, man. He tried his best, but Canelo at 168 pounds, he is a specimen, man. It's a sight to behold. I'm in love with this guy's footwork, man. His footwork is impeccable. He fights at his own pace, and he brings the power in his shots, and that's the reason I'm in love with his footwork, because he's using that footwork to put himself in positions to throw that power, man. And it's something that Manny Pacquiao does as well. But he uses his power in a different way. He uses speed to get to a certain spot to put power down. And, you know, they do very similar things, but in completely different ways. But I think you can compare both of these guys together, and I plan on doing that at the end of this video. But Canelo Alvarez is a specimen to behold, man. He basically put a 12 round whooping on this guy, man, and just made him look completely amateurish, similar to what Pacquiao used to do back in the day, man, and you know, continues to do to some of the younger fighters. But Canelo, he's on a different level, man, and I love the way he used his footwork. He was like, it's weird because it's the smaller guy crowding the bigger guy, similar to what Pacquiao used to do with speed, except he's doing it with being a flat-footed fighter and moving forward in his flat-footed stance. Like he can move forward flat-footed, plant his feet, and just land power shots. It's crazy to watch, man, because the taller guy, he was impervious to do anything back. I don't know if it's just the skill set and the speed. That's another thing Canelo has that I think is underrated about him, is his hand speed is impeccable. When he gets up on you, man, it's really not a lot that these bigger guys can do, which is another thing that I believe he learned from Manny Pacquiao, is when you're fighting bigger fighters, they can't compete with your hand speed. So if you crowd them and just throw punches, you're gonna connect pretty much 90% of the time. And I think this is a technique that Canelo has stole from Manny Pacquiao, as well as using footwork to set up power, you know. And it's brilliant, man. It's brilliant boxing. It was brilliant to watch. I'm not sure how he's carried his weight so well all the way up to 168 pounds, even up into the 170 pounds division, and winning titles there, man, and not losing speed and not losing, you know, sometimes if you gain power you lose speed, and if you gain speed you lose power. But similar to Pacquiao, he was able to carry his weight very well through 8 divisions. You know, I don't think we're going to see Canelo try to go through 8 divisions, but, you know, these guys are very similar in their path to boxing and the way they use boxing to overwhelm their opponent, you know. And, man, I'm going to talk about Canelo's footwork for a little bit, man, because his footwork's impeccable. The way his flat-footed stance, and then he uses his jab to throw his opponent off, and he just berates them with punches after that, or he digs into the body. The whole time he's conserving energy. The whole time, the whole fight. At no point did you see him gasping for air or huffing and puffing or even sweating. You know, it's weird. He didn't even start sweating till like the 5th round. and I hate to say he's on something, but that you know, it makes you wonder, like, what the heck of a specimen. I mean, you know, where they build these type of fighters at, you know. And I guess that's what makes Canelo special, man. He is one of the greatest fighters out there, and I would take nothing away from him. He is the pound for pound king to me, you know. Forget what everybody else says. You know, there are great fighters out there other than Canelo, but he is the pound for pound king of boxing at this moment. He is the man. You can't deny that. You can't say, well, this guy is lacking in one attribute. You know, he has it all. He has speed, he has power, he has IQ, he has he brings the fight. I mean, what else could you want as a boxing fan? I mean, other than, you know, him being really, really quick on his feet and knocking guys out. But that's not the type of fighting that he's doing. He's doing a Pacquiao offensive type of fighting, but at his own pace. Like Pacquiao did things at his own pace, but he did them very quickly because he has that speed to use up. But Canelo is the complete opposite. He's doing things at his own pace, and he's slowing it down, and then he's speeding it up when he needs to. Like when he throws those flurries of punches, that's pop on those punches. He's not throwing cupcake punches. This is the problem that Callum Smith was having. He was throwing a lot of cupcake punches, like punches just to kind of distract Canelo, when Canelo was throwing punches with really, really bad intentions. He's trying to hurt this guy. And it's amazing, man, to watch Canelo fight. Once again, back to his footwork and the way he places his body, even using angles at different times to catch Callum Smith off of guard, man, because he can. I don't know how he cuts off the ring on a bigger guy so quickly without moving his body very quickly. It's like his balance and his boxing stance is perfect. I think that's the thing that he does very, very well that other boxers don't do well. He keeps his balance and his boxing stance. When he moves, his boxing stance is even. So when he moves, it looks like he's taking small steps, but he's really cutting the ring off. And he's really covered a lot of space without using a lot of energy, man. And it's exciting to see these type of fighters in the boxing game. It's exciting to see guys using real technique to overwhelm their opponents, and not just being able to run away from their opponent. He actually uses the things that boxers have at their disposal, like footwork and hand speed and balance, and being very precise with where you place your punches. Being very calculated where you place your punches, and being extremely accurate with your punches. So Canelo does all these things very, very well. The only thing he might lack in is he sometimes gets into a rhythm and he'll start doing this roll, but that's only because Callum Smith is so tall. He would catch him coming out of that roll every once in a while. But other than that, man, I can't say anything but great things about Canelo Alvarez. It would have been awesome to see him get it on with Pacquiao when they both were at a certain weight, but that fight I think is out of the door at this point, man. Let me know what y'all think about that down in the comment section. Did Canelo Alvarez learn from the skills of Manny Pacquiao, using speed to cover ground and control the fight, but doing it in his own way and using footwork and pacing himself to overwhelm his opponent? Hit that like button for me, man. Please subscribe. Like always, believe in yourself, follow your dreams will come true. Tell your mama, your daddy, your dog, your cat, your uncle about Ali Land, Boxing Talking, Cardinalred, and we are out of here.
Shorty, move your torso, let your back porch roll. New skis is more so, when they getting more dough. Put it on my wardrobe, take a little more dro, higher than the